just waffling on. Unbelievable. Can you hear me now? Oh my god, that's so embarrassing. I just talked for like 3 minutes, and because I've got 0 viewers. Oh wait, let me turn it down a bit. There you go. Let me turn it down a bit. How's that? I had the audio all sorted. I had the audio all sorted a minute ago. Wait, hold up a second. Let me turn it up a bit. Let's try that. Oh my god. This is not the way I wanted it to go. It was all fine. Let me turn that down a bit. There you go. Sorry guys, technical difficulties. I'm trying to find a good balance. Maybe turn it down a little bit more. Oh man, first stream on, like, you know. There you go. I think that's all right. But yeah, as I was saying, yeah, it's been a while. I think I spent the last 2 months just like streaming. I think I spent the last like 2-3 months like just wait. Is it not connected? Oh, wait, what's it? Right, I'm just checking. I'm just making sure all the streams are on and actually live, because I'm supposed to be live right now. On, yeah, I am. Is it all working? The camera's a bit blurry. Let's take the camera out for a sec. Maybe that's better. Maybe I should just be blurry. How do people just like show up on stream and it's just like perfect? There you go. Let's try again. Right, we'll get there. We'll get there. Alright, we'll do. Whatever. We'll go blurry. You guys don't need to see my face too perfectly. Yeah, so I was just saying before, like, I realized that my mic was completely muted, which is not embarrassing at all. So I spent the last, like, you know, I think like 2-3 months like on the old content coin trail. I thought, and obviously I'm always wrong when it comes to the meta, that content coins would be the future, innit? So like, you know, as soon as like they announced like yeah, this new meta, I jumped on it. I was just like, right, how do I stream? Like, how do I do this? You know, OBS, set up the OBS, get the graphics, get everything done. It's like a lot of like, not, I wouldn't say AI slop. I mean, it is AI slop. Like my characters are there. They're all AI based off of an NFT. So, you know, they've all been developed. I've all got like little storylines in my head for how they would go. Maybe I'll make some shorts, like the superhero one. I'm definitely going to make a short. That's going to be the next probably project that I'm going to do. Also something that I'm interested in, which is the new meta, I guess, is these Clawnch coins. Now, the new meta, these Clawnch coins, Claude, whatever you want to call it, they're like 2 weeks old. And, you know, I'm going to bring up, like, I'm looking at Claude right now, and the price action is crazy, you know. Look at it. It's absolutely, like, decimated, you know. And that's in the space of, what, 2 weeks? So after 2 weeks, like, you know, the people just turned away and just thought, I don't know what people are thinking. Or maybe there's just no one here actually thinking at all. And I feel like the money that flew into it, that pushed it to 40 mil, that money is probably somewhere else now. And that's all there is that's circulating around. And that's between, like, meme coins, content coins, all these new metas that people are trying to push. That money is basically, yeah, all there is. There's zero volatility. I mean like the majors, like for instance, like ETH looks like a complete shit show. I've had these lines drawn for years, by the way. So like, you know, you can see, let me turn off the Ichimoku, because like none of these charts mean anything really. They're all bullshit. Or like, you know, all the metrics and the, because at the end of the day, if the money's not flowing into any sort of into the actual environment, into the economy of crypto, coins are just going to be manipulated by the few whales that are there, or that are here. So yeah, $2,000. It looks like it's just going to cycle through this $2,000, 2,100 maybe if you're lucky, and then go back down. And people are going to get rinsed on leverage, innit? If you're still here. If you're still touching leverage, if you're stupid enough to still be touching leverage. I mean, I'm not foolish enough to even try and trade this. I mean, I've had a few goes. I just like contradicting myself, but it's true. you know, when it went to like 1,975, I was just like, okay, it's not going to go any lower than that. You can see from the lines anyway that I've drawn over the years that, yeah, you know, perhaps this is support. It's nailed it. Like, you know, I've got like an actual tweet thread where I've like used these exact lines that span back years. So yeah, you know where the supports are, you know where it's going to bounce, sort of thing. But like to trade on leverage in this environment is just like you're toast, if anything. And even then, like, you know, in regards to the perp dexes, there's very little incentive for any retail participant to actually get involved in leverage trading, I would say, because yeah, there's no airdrops. You know, like Hyperliquid, I think people are praying for like a season 2, season 3, I don't know, season 2, I guess, of like airdrops from Hyperliquid, but I just don't see it happening. The lighter one was a bit of a joke. Yeah, you had free trading. The only people that won there were the people who had the ability to actually build bots or whatever. So yeah, there's that too, where it's just like, okay, yeah, if you just like, you know, provide liquidity, or you build up a short long position and like, you know, live off the yield or the difference. And yeah, there was a load of like games like being played in regards to the lighter airdrop, and then in the end it turned out to be nothing. Astar, same thing. It's just like perp dexes are like the cancer of crypto. Like, yeah, it's great, like, you know, if you've got a little bit of like, if you've got a little bit of change and you just want to like maybe turn it into something else, but like the potential risks are massive. So like, yeah, trading on leverage is just like, it's a mugs game now, isn't it? I think when it first came out, like, you know, when DYDX first came out, like the first on-chain DEX perp protocol, the opportunity was massive. I printed 6 figures on 2 different accounts off of that. So yeah, that was like, you know, amazing at the time. But then, you know, obviously things went on, and then at the time when Hyperliquid was sort of starting to gain traction, you would hear the name Hyperliquid. I never really looked into it because at the time I think we were in a bear market like we are now. So trading on leverage was just like, it just felt pointless. It was just like, you're just gonna lose money, so what's the point, bro? Do you know what I mean? But obviously some people, some retail participants, other people, they did use it, and they benefited massively, and that was like the catalyst for the next bull run because people had liquidity. And that's where I'm gonna say that basically retail needs that next airdrop, that injection of liquidity to get coins moving again. Because what happens is that, like, you know, you get a substantial amount of money like pushed on you or like airdrop to you, you're not going to leave the ecosystem. You're going to try and 10x that. Like most retail DJs are going to be like, right, how can I 10x this money? Because yeah, you've given me 15k or whatever, it's 5 figures, it's great. Like, you know, it might take care of a few things, might pay your bills for a month or whatever, but in reality you're thinking of the opportunities that are there. What's the matter, you know? But if you're paying attention right now, the meta is going to be like AI coins, you know, like AI coins tied into crypto. Now the caveat there is that the developers of AI, this Steppen or whatever his name is, the one who built out the Claude bot or whatever, they hate crypto. so what do? Like, you know, you've got the proponents or the people who are the smartest in the room saying, listen, I don't fuck with crypto, I hate it, I think it's like so destructive to your personal brand, to you as a person. If you get involved in crypto, you're basically hit with a shit stick. It's like you're tarred forever with a shit stick, and you've got that shit mark on you. It's just like, listen, this guy messes with crypto, so like whatever he builds from here on out, we don't want to have nothing to do with it. And I say that, and what compounds it is the fact that he's right. Because he never really messed with crypto. Like there's various interviews where he's just like, yeah, the crypto people are disgusting people, basically, because all they want to do is scam everyone or scam each other even, because yeah, not everyone's in the market. Yeah, you can tell that from this first stream. This is my first like actual just chatting, you know, just spilling my thoughts on crypto on X and on YouTube. You can tell that I'm not scripting this, you know. This is not AI scripted. This is just like me, like dumping my mind on the actual market or on actual social media, and it's good for me because at this current moment, it's kind of like I feel like it's over. You know, like because gold is pushed up and you know stocks are still going and everything else, and you know Trump was supposed to be the crypto president. Turns out he was just there to scam everyone as well. So it's kind of like, is it over? Like, you know, if the president of the United States drops a meme coin and it goes to $90 billion, in the space of like 3 days or whatever, it's over in it, because that's like max, you know, max, I don't know, mind space, max, like, you know, everyone's talking about it. But I'm sure if you talk to any regular normie who's got a 9 to 5, who's not paying attention to whatever's going on, you know, technologically, if that makes sense, they are basically have no idea that Trump even dropped a coin. Do you see what I'm saying? It might have hit the news and it might have been like a passing comment. Oh my God, Trump's got a token. Like, you know, in the US, if anything, but like in wherever I'm from, I'm not going to say where I'm from. It's obvious. But in parts of Europe, other parts of the world, like no one cares like that Trump dropped it. They're still questioning why the market is so shit. If they're involved. But yeah, I feel like the AI Claude Meta could be the thing that's going to push us forward, but there's just not been anything innovative. So like Clawnch, for instance, Clawnch is like a token infrastructure agent that allows you to drop, or it doesn't even allow you. This is, yeah, so I need to reverse now. So what I'm trying to say is that the AI devs hate crypto. They don't want anything to do with crypto because they see it as scammy and they don't want any association with it. So what is the narrative for these AI tokens to actually push forward? And the only thing I can think is that maybe Claunch has got it right. Maybe Claunch is the thing that will be like the thing that pushes it forward in regards to the fact that humans can't actually interact with the network. Now, does that make sense? Now, anyone who tunes in or watches this video back, or like, you know, it's the first time seeing this, right? I'm talking to you. The people who are crypto native know the story. The fact is that with Claunch, you as a human individual can drop a token, but once you drop an agent, that agent, you can't interact with it at all. Like, you know, that agent is programmed to do its certain functions and it does it. So if that agent decides to drop a meme coin, then it drops a meme coin. If that agent decides to create a smart contract that produces yield for its token holders, then that agent does that. There's no like human interaction. So what we need now is an agent that is advanced enough to actually outperform some of these AI devs. It's a far stretch. It's a reach. It's like something, you know, it's something that probably won't happen for the next, I don't know, 10 years or whatever. But at the same time, it's still possible because the way that these bots are built now is that they're recursive. So they basically learn from each other. They basically learn constantly. They're constantly like looking back at what they've done, mistakes they've made. So long as the programmer who initially like releases the token has programmed it in a way that is, you know, learning. So it's pretty advanced. But yeah, going back to the content coin creation thing, the fact that it didn't work out was like really disappointing for me because I spent so much time like streaming. Given that, you know, originally I was doing like these sort of streams on Pump Fun, I was spending like hours upon hours streaming on Pump Fun. And you know, doing the just chatting, doing my reviews, talking about things, and it gained very little traction. I think I got like max 23 views. Obviously, like my word is not that valuable to people, but I can still have an opinion, and that's what I thought would be the thing that would benefit the overall crypto economy, is the fact that retail finally had a voice. But yeah, you can have a voice as much as you want, but if no one's listening, then it is what it is. So my plans for this stream. My plan originally was to try and build out a Claunch bot. But now sitting back, you know, it's getting a bit late and I'm just thinking maybe tomorrow I'll do another stream and then I can just go through it. And it's going to be quite a boring stream. I'm not going to lie to you guys and act like, yeah, this is going to be like an amazing stream with, you know, all this different stuff. I'm streaming on like YouTube under my original, I don't know, under my original YouTube channel. I dropped this channel like maybe 8 years ago. And it's insane to think that back then I was talking about like, you know, Cardano, OMG, and all these other crazy things, and the amount of things that have changed. And it gives me like great reflection because at the time you didn't even have like, you know, perp dexes or like wallets that were so easy to use. And like, you know, this is the crypto industry has come forward, but it's the proponents of the crypto industry that are the problem. Now, you could put it down to grifters. You could say like it's farmers that ruined crypto. But I honestly think it's the people in the suits that ruin crypto. Like the VCs, the hedge funds. Like, yeah, you need money and you need liquidity for things to move forward. But the way in which they went about extracting their value, once tokens actually dropped, was absolutely, it was so disgusting. It's still disgusting. You know, like they would be like, oh yeah, they would airdrop you the token, but they would get to sell first, or like, you know, they would stake their yield and then they would earn yield, or they would stake their tokens and then earn a yield in that token that was bigger than your airdrop and then just dump it on you. So it was like there was no point in actually holding. There were so many, like, you know, grifty things that happened, and I'm just wondering like how people decided that this was the best way forward for crypto. It's all about the individual at the end of the day, and yeah, these individuals were super smart, and they done it in a way, in a sense where it was hyper, like, you know, completely legal apparently, and yeah, it just kind of ruined everything for everybody. So now, like, you know, not only are you tarred with the brush of like you know, scammers coming in and like trying to get you to buy the tokens, you're also tarred with the brush of like the people who have the money and the power to actually push this industry forward are manipulative and just out for themselves. And yeah, it's just about how much they can get. So I don't know where I'm going. I'm going off on like a load of tangents. Like, obviously, yeah, this is not a planned stream. I just sort of thought, let me get on, because yeah, I needed to mind up. So Mega ETH came out last week, I think it was, and there's been a lot of like talk about like, you know, is it a success, is it not a success? Obviously the protocol like has its plans, and the devs have their plans for how the protocol should you know, emerge. Let's just call it that. But the fact that, you know, there's no incentivization for an airdrop in the traditional sense, i.e., you know, joining a Discord, earning badges, all the grifty things that were happening before, you know, farming transactions on a testnet. Like, none of that's happening. So like, yeah, it hasn't like performed particularly well in terms of TVL, like, you know, retail running in to actually, you know, use the network. And that's because the grift isn't there. So like, I feel like Mega ETH is a good play. I've had a look at a few of the things on there. My favorite one is Showdown, the card game. Like, you know, you can play that all day and you can play for real money. It's tough when you lose $1, you know, but at the same time, it's still fun to like, you know, muck around on it. So yeah, I think Mega ETH's got a chance. They've just dropped their Euphoria app. I think it's mobile only, but I feel like, yeah, once again, that's just like hyper leverage. You know, like you tap a button for $1, it's giving you 20x leverage on it. If it hits, you make $20, but like, man, you can tap as many times as you want. Next thing you know, it's like Plinko, isn't it? Next thing you know, all your money's gone. So it's definitely something that you should be vigilant of. Like, obviously, I feel like if you register with it and you use it, potentially that could add to the chance of you actually getting an airdrop of the Mega token, TGE. But it's all defined on whether or not they can reach certain metrics, KPIs they call them. I don't even know what KPI means, but like, yeah, KPI. So it's like 50 million in total TVL, and like apps doing 50k a day minimum in fees. So that requires users to actually come in and spend real money. So that gives me like room to pause and be like, this token could be worth money because they're not giving it away for free. And I've said that before on like previous streams that nobody's watched. The only reason why a token has value, or an airdrop would have value, is because people put money up for it. If you're thinking that you could earn a badge, or like you could farm the token on a testnet doing like hundreds of thousands of transactions or whatever, or you, I mean, one of the ones that was the most amazing was like, you know, someone building a community around the network and bringing users in. Those people made out like bandits, but they used a load of retail. Like, you know, if you've got 10,000 followers on X or like on your social media, you managed to get them to come over to bridge funds onto a new network testnet and muck around, and you've got the referrals for that, you're gonna print. But then once again, you know, it's one person winning out of like 10,000 potential future users getting burned. So I think that's what Mega ETH is trying to avoid. I feel like it's got massive potential. Am I on there like, you know, spending tens of thousands of dollars? Absolutely not. Because I'm not willing to be farmed. Like, the amount of, I think people like me, for instance, real retail, who put out real money, you know, on certain situations. I'm talking like Arbitrum, where it didn't really, you know, as much as people like Arbitrum's airdrop was great, it wasn't that great for me. Starknet, where I got burnt on that. ZK Sync, you know, you're over there taking like smart contracts risks with real money, potentially, and you're spending time, you know, like potentially like building referrals up for certain apps that, you know, in the end didn't manage the treasury well, so it just died. So like, you know, it didn't even like count towards like, you know, you getting anything. And yeah, it's just like, I feel like retail has been burnt too many times in terms of airdrops. So like, people don't believe in it. I think the belief is completely out of the system. And maybe that's the best time to be buying and doing things, you know, like building an app on Clawnch, like for instance. Like, so Clawnch is the new, like I said, like the new launcher for your bot apps, but this is on Base. So like, Base want to see you create things and do things on their network. Okay, I think one of the criteria should be like to experiment. So like, yeah, maybe perhaps launching an AI bot, a simple AI bot. I don't know, maybe it'll be annoying on the timeline where it just like spams stuff until you run out of tokens. I don't know. But yeah, just building a simple bot. Nothing world changing like people promote on the timeline, which is super fucking annoying right now. I'm so tired of like clicking on it and be like, I built a bot that automated my whole life. I've seen that from 20 to 30 different people now. It's like, there's nothing really that innovative about what you're doing. I get it, like, you know, you've done it. It's an achievement, and that, to be honest, I'd be proud of it, but I wouldn't be like spamming it on the fucking timeline. It kind of does my head in. But yeah, like something like that, just a simple bot. But it could count towards, you know, the base airdrop if they do a fair airdrop. So yeah, I mean, one of these has got to hit. One of these has got to hit retail. Retail have got to be like celebrating it. People have got to see that celebration, and they're going to want to come in and see if they can end the airdrop as well, or on a season 2. And I'm not even going to get started on something like Base or MetaMask, okay? Because Base or MetaMask fucking drove me insane, bro. Like, not Base, MetaMask, I should say. MetaMask drove. It's just like, I just can't. I can't. They're trying to do seasons. I think like after season 1, when people realized what they were actually getting, it was just like, do you know what? Just forget it. Just forget it. Just forget it, man. Like, you're giving me a discount on a nascent membership, like, you know, that costs $2,000 or whatever, and you're giving me an NFT that's not worth anything. No one cares. Like, no one cares. What you were supposed to do is you're supposed to give people a massive airdrop and be like, come check out our ecosystem. Look at how nice and friendly and generous we are. You know, you can even earn a yield on your token. You know, come stake it here. Come do this, come do that. But you didn't do that. You fucking did seasons, and then you gave us like some shitty packages. Like, you know, I know like this Joe Lubin follows me. He probably doesn't now, but like, you know, I know he was following me. Maybe he does. And I gave my opinions on like what they need to do in order to win the race. Because given the previous interviews when he was talking about the MetaMask airdrop, he was saying things like, you know, there's a battle for the EVM. Well, he made it out like there was a battle for the EVM. You know, like between consensus and base. And the only way for them to win is for them to do a fair airdrop, you know, in my opinion. Is to make the users love you, innit? Like, Hyperliquid's got still living off the love of that Hyperliquid airdrop. Arbitrary people still talk about the airdrop, you know? Like, yeah. And then, given that, you know, the narrative of... So that's another thing. Another narrative that has changed is the L2s. So, like, apparently L2s are not the thing anymore. So we've spent the past 3-4 years, everyone, like, you know, grafting on L2s, trying to figure out which the next L2 is on the Ethereum network, trying to figure it all out. And in the end, you know, godlike Vitalik comes down from the clouds and he says, and declares, L2s are not what we want. Maybe we need to move in another direction. Okay, so they figured out basically, all I read from what he was saying was that they figured out how to scale the L1 Ethereum mainnet. So there's no longer a need for people to have fast transactions delegated to a centralized institution to do cheap transactions. So fast and cheap transactions without decentralization security. There's no need for that. So that means that these institutions, i.e. Base, Arbitrum, Optimism, the super chain idea is dead. And they need to figure out their own consensus mechanisms now. They need to figure out how they're going to secure their network, because at some point they're not going to be able to rely on the Ethereum virtual machine, the EVM or Ethereum mainnet, to secure their network, which means that they need to do something with their token. Like, given that, like, you know, legislation and all of that has changed, regulations have changed, tokens can provide a yield in certain respects, or do different things, provide utility. They should be able to say, like, for instance, Optimism with their OP token. Oh, do you know what, guys? We're going to change it from a governance token to a gas token. You could also stake it to secure the network. You know, there's slashing. You can earn a yield. Blah blah blah. All these things need to happen, but they're just not doing it. It's just like, yeah, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like the money's being made in crypto. That's how I feel. I feel like the people that you know, the main proponents of crypto, the ones who were there back in my day, they've made their money, you know, and now they're just chilling. And it's just like, well, it's up to us now. It's up to the people who didn't make it to try and figure out a way to bring the promise of crypto to fruition. But it's more of an uphill battle than ever, because there are people in this market that have so much power, have so much money, they made so much money that they can manipulate tokens to whichever direction they want, especially in this low liquidity environment, you know. But yeah, I'm not saying that. It kind of sounds like I'm saying this. I'm over it, and it's, you know, it's done. Maybe that period of like curiosity and excitement about what the future could hold for crypto is over, and what we're left with now is like, I don't know, prediction markets that aren't actually crypto. I don't know how to put it. They use oracles from crypto, but they don't actually. It's like a hybrid, and you know, they can make a promise of a token, but like, you know that token's going to be absolutely worthless. You know, like the poly market token, if it does ever drop, it's going to be like a meme token, sort of like what Pump Fund is. Speaking of Pump Fund, I've noticed that, you know, like that guy Toli, he's like the Vitalik of Solana. I would say that. I feel like with Toli, he sort of turned his back on meme coins, you know, like, and I think Pump Fund is trying to turn its back on meme coins, but they can't, because that's their main, you know, bread and butter. But at the same time, I feel like Pump Fund is going to go off on its own away from Solana. I feel like Pump Fund is going to drop its own L1. I think that's going to be the next one that's going to happen. And when they drop the L1, that's when the token comes. You know, the airdrop for users or whatever. So yeah, I feel like that's a prediction I'm going to make now live to my 0 viewers. You know what I mean? Yeah, I just feel like, yeah, he's gonna be the one that's gonna, like, Pump Fund's gonna be the one that's gonna be the big news. Come summertime, they're gonna be like, yeah, we're doing our own L1, and it's gonna be great because they're buying all these different assets. Web3, I don't know what to call it now. These new assets, you know, like Padre and all these other ones. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, potentially there's gonna be a new competitor in the L1 space. Will it work? I don't know. This, like, you know, Pump Fund made a lot of people wealthy. A lot of people had fun trading memes, you know, the bundlers and all of that. So it's still got good grace with a lot of people. But at the same time, at the moment, if you put your money on Solana and you decide to try and trade meme coins, you're literally going to lose everything. There's not been a time where I've put money onto Solana or bought any token where I've made money, or, like, you know, I've actually come out even. I've lost money every time I've transferred money to Solana. Like, bridge money over there, you know, like bridge, change some ETH into Sol, and then gone onto, like, you know, Pump Fund or Padre, and I thought, okay, this is the new meta, I'm gonna buy this token. Bag Zap, like, you know, I've tried it all. I'm all over the place trying to figure out what is the new meta. The only thing I can think of is, like, yeah, the AI / Claude coins, basically. So I got like a list of Claude coins where I've done okay on them. It's like nothing spectacular. I've made like 5 figures on a few, but, like, yeah, like this Claude style, like something like this, I feel like it's a grift. It sort of just died off, but I did catch most of this move. Obviously, me being me, I decided to buy back in at like 85k, and then it just like died off. So I lost like 50% of whatever I put in, which wasn't a substantial amount. But you can look at the charts of like most of these coins. This is another one, Clawnch. This is the Clawnch token, 7 mil market cap. The liquidity is still there for it to grow. Volume's still low. So, like, you know, this token could move because the liquidity is there. Whereas the token I showed you previously, the liquidity is completely died out. So, like, there's little to no chance of anyone coming to save you in regards to that. But most of these tokens have some sort of utility, and they're all on base. So, like, I feel like the base ecosystem for these type of coins, these AI coins, which are separate from, like, virtuals, which I don't want to get into. Like, you know, I have my opinions about virtuals. I kind of just, yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, I feel like Claude coins are the future. or could potentially be the next narrative. But because we're so early into this bear market, it's not even that early. It's been a year. Because we're a year into this bear market, the meta could just as easily die out because there's no money to push it forward. Obviously, like something dropping and then pumping to 40 mil was massive, and then that weekend, literally where that happened for Claude, all these other tokens came out, and it was up to you to try and find like a cool narrative that you think potentially money could go into that same 40 mil. And I found a few. So like Claude Ai, like, you know, was another one that I caught early. You know, like I'm sort of like in some Telegram where you get notifications of every token that drops. So I got in like right early, like, you know, 185, and I cashed out like when it sold off. Yeah, so it's like an 8x, like, you know. So like there are moves that there were moves that happened during that period, but right now it's just like there's nothing, bro. There's actually nothing out there. So yeah, it's just like I don't know, man. I don't know. There's absolutely nothing going on. You know, like I watched that Marty Party and all the rest of them on that show, DCA Investor or whatever it's called, and you know they're like, oh yeah, it's all dependent on this Clarity Act going forward, but I've got a feeling that's not going to change a thing. I just, you know, there's trillions of dollars waiting on the sides to get into crypto. What does that mean? Like, you know, like, oh, you know, there's loads of big investors like trying to get into crypto. They're trying to build their own thing to fucking, you know, grift again. There's going to be like these new sort of like deals coming out where, like, you know, it has nothing to do with retail. Retail is tapped out. You know, the pump fund extraction was part of it, and then 1010 just completely destroyed any goodwill, like, you know, retail have towards the market. So like, you know, the farming is dead, and to be honest, I'm kind of happy about that, because I got so tired of seeing like threads about how much these farmers are going to get, and then in the end, you know, they're all crying on the timeline because they wasted a good year, 2 years of their lives, monad, and in the end they got nothing. So like, you know, it was quite funny to see because I got so tired of those threads as well. But like, yeah, so yeah, this guy, the OpenClaw founder, reveals he almost deleted his entire code base because of crypto. I didn't know that they're not just good at harassment, they also really good at using scripts and tools. So like, yeah, it's a bad look. Like, the people that are involved in crypto, the ones that I can't think of any good actor that I perhaps think, oh, like, you know, that guy was cool. Like, I think it's the people who made money early on, you know, when they got out, like, but maybe I just sound old now, but like, even, I don't want to say like, I don't want to say names, but the money's been made for certain people, and they'll never touch crypto again. They're thinking of other things, and they're like, yeah, AI, you know, gold, stocks, and yeah, the money's not coming back. So that money's been extracted from this environment, and that's your money, that's my money, whoever. People who actually believed in the whole long-term thesis of crypto, you know, they actually bought into the narrative of like decentralized sovereign money. Those people, they still haven't made it because they believed that it was a future of money. They believed that it would decentralize or destabilize the banking infrastructure, and then we're gonna have a new way of doing banking. Like, you know, they believed in like being sovereign and being able to transfer funds from where they are sitting to anywhere in the world. Those people who believed in that narrative are the ones that are fucked. The ones who came in and just like, yeah, meme coins, you know, this coin, Pulse Chain, you know, like all this shit that happened. All those guys who grifted, they made out like bandits. They made out like bandits. And then with rules and regulations coming in, it's gonna be impossible to do the type of scams that happened over the past 6 years. It's gonna be impossible. And it's almost like those people who did the grift knew. They absolutely knew that this is the way that it's gonna run. It's so strange. It's like they studied history or something and they know exactly what the grift is, and that's what they did. What am I excited about? DX Terminal, I don't know if you guys know. They done an experiment, I think it was last year, where they had like a bunch of AI bots trading in a stock market against each other. It wasn't for real money, but it was like, you know, you could tell the bots, give the bots instructions, and you know, tell them like sell this stock or do that stock, or but you know, you would be like, make me more money, and then they would go out and try and make you more money, and they'd be like, why are you still holding this token? You should sell it, it's down 73,000% or something. And they're like, don't worry, boss, and they would give that explanation. But that was a year ago. So since then, you know, it was done via NFTs as well. So those NFTs were basically held basically used in this environment. So you minted the NFTs, and then there was like a sandbox environment where these bots would interact with each other and do trades. And whoever performed the best, you know, you wouldn't get anything from it because it was all for no money. But they're coming out with a money version on the 24th of February. Thank God I didn't sell these NFTs. I know NFTs aren't the most popular thing in the world. One second, I'm hearing banging. That's weird. One second. Or maybe I'm just being paranoid. Anyway, yeah. I know NFTs are the most exciting thing in the world, but the fact that these NFTs have some sort of utility or usage a year later has me very excited. People haven't seemed to cotton onto it. There's a whole load of these tokens, like, you know, when I click explore, I don't even know how to use OpenSea. Yeah, so here they are. They're not very pretty, but they're very cheap, you know? So if you did want to take part in this experiment, i.e. buy one of these NFTs and then fund its wallet, then there's going to be the same sort of thing where they're trading against each other, meme tokens. Now, you can go bust, innit? You know, like if your agent doesn't do as well as it should, potentially you're going to lose some money. It doesn't have to be even a lot of money, but at the end of the experiment, a token with the meme coin with the highest market cap will actually turn into a real meme coin that people can trade. And because you took part in this experiment, you're going to actually get an allocation of that meme token. I believe that's the way it's going to work. So like on the 24th, it opens up, you put your bot in, you fund it, and then it's going to trade around. And potentially you could make some money, maybe. More than likely you won't, because it depends on how you program the bot, or like, you know, the instructions you give it. And then after that period where it closes down, the #1 meme token on that made up stock market will actually be released as a meme token. So there's going to be like, you know, 1,500 bots, 15,000 bots trading against each other to decide which is the #1 meme coin within that ecosystem sandbox. And then once it's finished, that #1 token, based on the opinions of 15,000 bots potentially, is basically going to be released to the world, which is amazing. So like these AIs are going to pick what a good meme is. So instead of like, you know, people like constantly pumping tokens out hoping to hit something like, you know, that's memeable, basically the AI is going to do it for you. So I think that's going to be a really interesting experiment in the next you know, month. So I will be taking part in it. I'm going to be like doing these streams probably daily now. I'm just going to waffle on. Obviously this is my first stream in a long time where I'm just talking, so I need to settle in it. But at the same time, I still have things like, you know, that I feel like I want to say. So yeah, that's one of the things I'm definitely excited about. I'm also excited about launching this bot. I'm probably going to do that tomorrow, like, you know, tomorrow evening. I'm just going to like do a boring stream where you're going to see me staring at a screen, be like, why doesn't it work? You know, I did do something yesterday where I was trying to build out an app, and then like Claude kind of like stalled on me. First I ran out of tokens. That was last night. So I woke up this morning, I was like, right, let's get it cracking, and it just wasn't working. So I had to reset my whole system, and I was like, you know what, let me unplug the screens and sort everything out, and yeah, we'll take it from there. I actually had Claude analyze my previous streams, and it said that you talk really fast. Like, you know, some people don't like that, or it's hard for them to understand. So I apologize if I'm speed running. I don't know why I feel like I've got some sort of time limit. I can talk for the next 2 hours, and, you know, to 0 viewers, and it's fine. You know, it doesn't hurt my opinion. It doesn't hurt my feelings. I'm actually really used to just talking shit on stream. Yeah, the market's dead. As I said before, it's just like, I don't know. It's a buy and hold season, isn't it? You got to pick your poison now. If you've got any capital left, you know, if you've got a job and you're allocating 10%, like, you could buy Bitcoin and get your little, you know, 1x or whatever, your 10x. But, you know, there are going to definitely be opportunities out there for people, so long as you can pick the right narrative. Like narratives that come like, you know, mid bear, early bear, they're like, you know, they're not the catalyst, but they're sort of like a hint of where things could go. To me, honestly, like, I think every sort of thing that happened within crypto that became that cycle's meta, I missed. Honestly, I missed NFTs, I missed DeFi, I missed meme coin cycles, I missed like all of this stuff where you could make like massive gains. I always came in after the fact, or when it was the grifty season, you know, like yeah, like OMG for instance, or like, you know, I don't know, I missed SNX, and then, you know, there was a follow-up token, and I don't know. I think one of the biggest surprises for me, like in regards to DeFi, is like how badly it's doing. Like ENA is just like, you know, it's the lowest it's ever been, and it's because of like the way that the tokenomics work. It doesn't even matter if you're getting paid a really good yield for like staking the token or holding it. The fact is that that token, you can pay like 1,000% APR, APY, whatever. But if the token's worth 0, then you know your yield is worth 0. And I'm surprised people don't understand that, because you know there's still people in the Discord being like, "When's the token gonna bounce back?" It's never bouncing back. I'm sorry, and it brings me back to, who was it? It was like Tone Mays. Like there was one interview or like one stream he was on, and it's a classic moment that probably no one knows, where you know he's a Bitcoin maximalist and he always has been, and he said something like, "All those people trading shit coins, you know, because that's what everything is other than Bitcoin. It's a shit coin. All those people trading shit coins. I hope that you lose all your money, and that your family loses all its money, and you lose your house. You're the worst type of people to be in this industry." And he was right. He was right. I mean, if you were in this token, like, you know, from the ride up, which I was, like, you know, obviously I'm an idiot because I staked it and it takes 21 days to unlock. So, you know, I lost 50% of my money on the downturn, but that's okay. You know, I learned a lesson, didn't it? But yeah, this coming back is a prime example of what he's saying. It's just like, there are people out there who like, you know, they've come from money, like, and they've designed a grift that allows them to win maximally. And that's exactly what this is. This is maximum win for somebody, and it's not retail. Yeah, it's not retail. They can promise the earth, you know, like they can promise like they're going to do a decentralized exchange, which they did. They can promise like, you know, fantastical yields, which they did. And in the end, like, it doesn't matter, because all that mattered was the token price for them. Yeah. And now it's just extract as much as they can. Even now, you know, you can say, "Oh, look, it looks like it's bottom." Do you know how long this is going to go sideways for? Like, you could buy this token now, like if you're a long-term investor, and you believe in the I don't know, what do we call it now? You don't even call it a white paper, the playbook. I don't know, the future. You know, their plans. If you want to believe in that person and what they're saying, after what's just happened here, then by all means. Same thing for like, you know, Starknet, same grift, you know, except they didn't give a shit about the token. This was all about like, yeah, just money getting out. It was crazy. It's crazy. Even this pump to like 21 cents, 27 cents, that was some sort of investor trying to get out. And they hired some KOLs, popular ones, to like, yeah, pump the price, which they did. And those people got out like, you know, at break even. Because even then, like, you know, and I've got recordings, I've got previous video recordings, which I can like, you know, refer to, where I said this will probably top out around 27 cents. Why? Because that's how much the hedge funds, VCs or whatever invested originally when they done a raise. 27 cents. So they broke even on it after a good year or two. Yeah, that's all they cared about. They couldn't get out here. They tried to, you know, they've been getting out, but then, you know, the final bit was just like, listen, that last bit, that last 10% we got, I want to break even on it. So hire some calls to like, or KOLs, key opinion leaders, if you don't know what that means, to like, yeah, pump the price, and we'll get out. And immediately, you know, break even just above. Oh, we made a little bit of profit on it, and it's down only from there. So maybe in 2 years, once they've finished like, you know, doing their emissions, maybe it will have something. But honestly, like, you know, I've said it time and time again, there's nothing on Starknet that is of any interest. They could try to do like, you know, the Lord's game and all of that, like, yeah, okay, cool, but you know, Mega ETH is here now, and the games on there are actually playable. Okay, it's not turn-based systems, it's actually playable games with good graphics that is actually fun, that you can play against people, which is insane. Yeah, Pumpfast is the only token that's doing well. Well, I was gonna say, but like, you know, on the day it's up, but like, yeah, same thing. There's no news coming out. Hyperliquid's like, everyone's saying that this is the darling. Now, in terms of Hyperliquid, yeah, it does great numbers. And you know, you can stake the token and you can earn from those numbers. But at the same time, I feel like when someone's constantly shilling Hyperliquid or like this type of token, it's because they have a massive position, obviously. But perhaps they want to get out. You know, same thing like you see with ENA or like, you know, Starknet. There are a lot of people who invested in these products at higher valuations. And now they're thinking, oh my God, I've got to hold this for another 2 years. Like, you know what I could do with that money, or the amount of yield I'm going to, like, you know, they're thinking differently. So they want the price to go up so they can exit. So every time you see a good old pump, it's going to get sold into. How many people do you think bought on this candle here? At what? $46. I know it's not a massive substantial difference, but if you take that sort of dip into consideration, yeah, this is panic mode, isn't it? It's panic mode. Is that October 10th? It's probably October 10th, isn't it? Yeah, something like that. Yeah, yeah, it's panic mode. $20. They're like, fucking hell, I've lost like 50% almost. Yeah, they won out. I want out. Get me out. You know. So like, price pumps up, get sold into. So there's a lot of people that are bought in at a lot higher valuations that are trying to get out. Even if price pumps beyond, there's going to be sellers on this token because it was so popular. You know, I'm sure like airdrop participants who received the token are probably out by now. You know, they probably sold early, to be fair. Like most airdrops, like when you get them, you just sell them, don't you? Just change it for dollars and then you try and trade it on leverage and then you lose it all. I mean, you could stake it, but like that's always been a mistake. It's like when I bought Kaito, or no, when I got airdrop Kaito, it wasn't that much. It was like 39 Kaito or something. I was like, I'll just stake it, you know. And then in the end, it was not worth it at all because you know that whole meta of InfoFi died as well. So like we've had like the death of maybe 3 or 4, maybe 3 metas, which was like what, like you know, memes was the meta, so that's dead. Memes are like NFTs now, isn't it? Because people have figured out how to grift them in the final throes of it, and then you know the grift cycle went on for a good couple months and then it died, so now everyone thinks memes are a scam. And then you had the content coins. Everyone hated content coins because no one in crypto has a personality and is able to get on stream and talk for a substantial amount of time or even share an opinion. Like, you know, you could be wrong and just talk shit, it's fine. Like someone will find it entertaining, not me. Like, you know, in regards to like, you know, Thread Guy, for instance, I don't watch his stuff because I feel like if I watch Thread Guy's stuff, I'm not going to have an opinion on my own. And then, you know, all of a sudden you're just mirroring what someone else says and then even then, because he's popular, that's the popular opinion. So like, what's your opinion? It can be totally wrong. It's fine, but at least you have one, you know? Oh, it's getting a bit dark in here, isn't it? There you go. Put that on. Let's turn on the brightness. By the way, the camera is blurry on purpose, okay? I don't want to hear anything about it. The camera is blurry on purpose. Yeah, so there's that too. And it's just a frustrating situation right now because it's hard to believe people who you. It's just, yeah. I mean, even crypto Twitter in terms of like, you know, information is completely dead. I feel like everyone's got into their little bubbles of like people they know now, and it's just like, yeah, you know, these are the guys. I made the mistake of like getting onto Instagram a few hours ago, and I saw someone from crypto Twitter still doing crypto meme sort of deals on Instagram, and it's so cringe. It's so like, oof. I mean, can you like, I don't know. I mean, I guess you get the hits and the likes if it works because you keep on doing it, but man, it's kind of like, it's just corny as shit now. It's kind of like, it's just like I'm so over it. So over it. Like, oh, the whole, oh, you need to buy XRP, like it's gonna change your life. Those type of people that he's talking to, or like advertising for, they're not here anymore. Okay, and there's a reason why the cycle is 4 years. I can tell you the reason. So like, when did the cycle end? October 10th, 2025. Okay, so the next probably hype cycle, running into the hype cycle, will be 2028, 2029. So there's a 13-year-old out there right now. So we're 1 year in. In 3 years, he'll be 16. This is where I'm from anyway. So he'll be able to get a job. Now, in those 3 years, he would have heard about crypto. This guy making that money. He'll be on all these socials and everything like that. And when he finally gets a job, what's the first thing he's going to do? He's going to get into crypto. Right at the top or the beginning or the middle of a 4-year cycle. Yeah, so the money's already been made. And that blow off top is a new generation of people coming in to get slaughtered. That's how I think about it. Like, or 16-year-olds going into 20. You know, like you're starting to earn money. You're like, you know what? People are telling me crypto makes a lot of money. It's just like there's a part of every young person's life where they're just like, I'm gonna make it, and they take their money and put it in it. And it's every 4 years. That age group, they get put in, and most of them never make it out alive. I don't know if that makes sense, but like most of them never make it out alive. Like, you know, what's this? Pump Fan made an announcement. Let me drag that over. Let's see what they're saying. Let's see how they're trying to save the trenches. Apparently these fees go to people based on volume, not holding, which is obviously okay. Creator fees need to change. Not every token deserves creator fees. Now, users have the ability to decide whether a token truly deserves creator fees or whether it makes more sense to reward the traders engaging with the token. What? Cashback coins are now live. What? Okay, why change was needed? Creator fees are undeniably a net positive for helping teams, creators, and founders grow and succeed. However, many tokens achieve success without a team or project lead. Thereby, alright, let me finish it. Thereby disproportionately rewarding token deployers who don't deserve the fees. Now traders can choose to engage with tokens they feel the most aligned with, ultimately letting the market decide who gets rewarded and where the bar is set. How it works. Coin creators must choose between trader cashback or creator fees before launch. Cashback coins direct all creator fees towards traders, and once launched, the decision is locked forever. Unlike creator fee coins, CTOs cannot be carried out on cashback coins. Cashback coins will forever reward their respective traders and holders. Creator fee coins are similarly locked forever. Cashback coins can be toggled on the Pump Fund app and website in the coin creation flow. How to claim cashback rewards, blah 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 blah. Like, time to reward traders and real projects. What does that even mean? Basically, another useless feature. It is. It's just another useless feature. What? What does that mean? So, like, someone's going to drop a token and they're going to be like, no, give the fees to the traders. What? So, like, if I dropped a token and said cashback reward, and then I just wash trade the token, I collect the fees. Let me ask that question. How do I even post on it? Yeah. So if I drop, I won't get answered a token and click. I can type without looking, right? And click. What is it called? Ability to create fees. Cashback coins. Cashback. And what's true? I get the fees. So if I drop a token and click cashback and wash trade on another address, I get the fees. Instant grift. See that? So you could drop a token right now. Like, obviously someone's gonna be like, oh, that doesn't make sense. But like, I drop a token, I spin up another address, I wash trade that. Doesn't matter, innit? Like, you know, I buy and sell it, buy and sell it, buy and sell it, buy and sell it constantly. The fees come back to me. Right? That makes sense? No? I don't know. What's the opinions? I love this. You know, like when you're just streaming randomly, and yeah, it just works out. Oh, the camera looks alright now. Okay, should have brushed my hair. Yeah, but like, does that make sense? I don't think that makes sense. I'm trying to understand it. So you don't get rewarded for holding, you just get rewarded for trading the chart. Basically, you're just giving each trader his own soul back. Yeah. Project deserves all creator fees. Loki, this is incentivizing bundle scammers going to eat. Yeah. Claim all feature reward page. To be completely honest, it's not a good update. You're not only getting fees for your buys and sells. You buy a coin, get a small percent of the fees you pay for the same sale. With this logic, it means it will be better for me to just spam buy and sell. Yeah. Now the other thing is that there's 0 cents to hold the coins. I'm not getting rewarded for the unlikely for that, unlike the devs fees model. Yeah. If Pump wanted the best out of this, it would set up an engage to earn aspects of hooking Twitter. It's just like it's over. You know, like they're trying to legitimize meme coins. It's not. They don't understand it, do they? They don't understand. Like, I don't know if they do understand it, and they're just like fighting with it. But they keep dropping these like really shit features, like the mayhem mode. The mayhem mode was completely like, just like, it was the most pointless thing. Yes, I dropped a mayhem token, but it was the most pointless thing that anyone could have asked for. It's just like, why? And now this, it doesn't make any sense. It's like, what are they doing? Like, they're really trying to create fees. Yeah, everyone hates creative fees. Creative fees need to change. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Who gets rewarded? It's just it's like the dumbest thing ever. Apparently these fees go to people based on volume not holding, which obviously is good for pump fund fees, but seems not useful for traders. We prefer to go volume rather than serial deployers that don't risk any capital and actively make the whole place shit out, to be honest. Yeah, it's funny, man. It's funny. There's so much like information on these Claude bots as well. It's kind of like I'm overwhelmed. I know I need to learn how to do it. Like, you know, I have got Claude. I actually paid for Claude. The cheap model. I'm not paying £200 a month, $200 a month for fucking an agent, and then I have to buy like a box for my bot and all of that. Nah, I'll just pay $20 and I'll learn the basics. And like I said, you know, probably drop like a really basic bot on base, that, you know, no one's gonna interact with, just like my streams, and yeah, just take it from there. Do you know what I mean? Right, let's see. But yeah, that's an interesting update that no one cares about. That's fine. Excuse me. That's fine. How long have I been going for? Oh, hour 15. See, like, yeah, just talk for an hour 15 minutes. That's fine. That's fine. Honestly, I just want to go back to playing Arc Raiders and just ignore this whole market. One of Pump Fund's core design principles is simplicity. Pump Fund initially set out to reduce all needless complexity associated with launching and trading tokens on chain. Why? Reducing information is... Oh, I'm not reading all that, bro. I'm not reading all that. Sorry, the devil's advocate. Should I drop a CTTD? Yeah, so you can see, like, you know, I like to show my timeline so you guys can compare it. Because at the moment, it's not that bad, to be fair. It's actually not that bad, my actual timeline. Guess what? It's a sad day for devs. How? But did they increase the fees to make tokens? Why it said obviously dev can select the option for keeping the fees or distribute it to holders, so win-win. But meme devs, yes, it's sad. Big facts, big trenches. Needs to be real farmers. Holders need to be rewarded. How are holders rewarded? They're not. For those of you praying for the downfall of the trenches, keep praying. You know what I mean? Look, 75k P&L. It's just like, yeah. It's just like, yeah. It's just all a grift. It's all a grift. It's not nice that, you know, in the end, it's all boiled down to, like, we all know that Solana and Pump Fund is just a grift factory. It's just people just trying to, like, fuck each other over constantly. Like, where is the, you know, where is this version, like, of innovation, like, meme coin innovation sort of deal? You know, where is it? It's just not. It's not there. I get it. Sorry, my phone. Okay. Sorry, my wife. You know the wife, she loves to call me every hour, make sure I'm alright. Yeah, it's just a grift. It's not a comfortable place to be. Yeah, so I'll be back tomorrow anyway. I'm gonna do like an hour and a half every day, okay? Instead of you like watching an 8-hour stream, like, you know, of me playing video games, where I'm just trying to kill the day, you know. Cashback coins are live on terminal. It's just like, you're simply at a massive disadvantage if you're using any platform that isn't terminal or Pump Fund mobile app in Big 20. Like, maybe people will finally start trading again instead of serial bug launches. They're not going to start trading again. The money's not there. The money's not there. Zora launches attention markets on Solana. You can now start markets and take positions on any trending topics, idea, meme, or moment. Oh, so Zora's left. Yeah, so obviously Zora's one of the ones that got burned, isn't it? Like in the content coin meta thing. So they just fucked off some Solana. It's like the end, isn't it? It's like the end of. I think it's the end of Zora, to be honest. Let's check out the token actually. Let's see how that's doing. Because I know I've been watching it. It's probably up. Yeah, 7%. Yeah, man, 100 million market cap. There's no incentive to hold this token either. It's another grift. You know? That whole content coin push, like, during October. That was to get someone out. Definitely. Well, I guess they had ample opportunity on the pumps up here, innit? But yeah. Yeah, Zora's another one. Forget about it. But yeah, the Clawnch infrastructure, I'm going to launch a Clawnch, people. Okay? But here is the thing. I need support. I need help. Like, I'm going to have my Claude Ai. So I got the Claude here, bang. It's all there. Hello, how can I help you? And I had every intention today of building my bot. But honestly, I just can't be fucked right now. I can't be honest. Like, it's just been such a long day, long week. It's only Tuesday, but I'm just like, yeah, I'm done for the day. So yeah, once again, shout out to my sponsors live tweet. I know you guys are out there. I know number dude. I know it's been one of them. It's been a rough month for content coins, and you know anyone who decided to invest or build products for content coins, but it will make a comeback. We just have to stay and believe in it. A lot of the people that I make connections with, like, you know, J-Toll, Froge, they just like, as soon as it happened, they're not about, like, you know, they're not streaming anymore. They obviously didn't love it enough. You know? They obviously didn't love it. Well, they got better things to do. I got that much respect for the guys who actually, you know, tried. They actually tried to be entertaining and, like, provide valuable content. The thing that I think killed it the most was the people who just, like, stuck a 24-hour stream on. You know, left it on for, like, weeks on end. It's like literally, it was just like a loop of a bunch of things. Yeah, at least with like gaming content, you would like it was new every day, and you sort of tried to be entertaining, like, you know. But with the like, yeah, with the 24-hour like loop streams, it just killed the whole market. Pump Fund guys really told us a month ago that they finally agree with us, and there are problems with creator fees. And then instead of getting rid of them, they milked our frustration for another month, made every dev focus on hackathon, like with like a few days of fees used as its funding. Copied 3 features from the FOMO app, and now has launched a feature that routes fees as bribes for people to use terminal Pump Fund apps rather than just getting rid of them like all of us keep begging for. Smack my head. We deserve lower, except White Whale, who escaped the cycle of cloudery somehow. Yeah, very cool. I'd like to even see this go one step further in the future. And if you select creator fees, then have them unavailable until a certain reasonable milestone is hit. Creator fees are amazing to bootstrap a business, but it's critical the right builders get them. Agreed. I still personally believe that project tokens should turn on creator fees so they can secure runway. So like legitimate projects like ICM projects, for instance, ICM projects would have the fee share, I guess. We'll see. Anyway. What's this? Excited to see Zora continue to experiment and grow the on-chain pie. Zora creator tools remain fully operational on Zora and in the Zora app, all running on base. Okay, the world's attention markets is now live. Okay, so let's check this out. Something new. Zora changed their logo. You notice how, right? And you got to respect it. This Zora team didn't be like, hey guys, we're changing, we've got some big news, we've got some massive news. We're changing our fucking logo. Do you remember, like, you know, during the last market or whatever? It was kind of like, oh, we're changing our logo. It's just like, who gives a shit, bro? Who gives a shit? Like, no one cares, but they changed their logo to an arrow pointing up. A green arrow. What the fuck is happening? Bitcoin checking. So what is this then? You can trade attention markets. They should have clicked the... Is there like a direct link to it? Ah, here we go. Ah, attention markets. What's trending? Longevity. How it works. Look at that one. Bloody hell, it's up 2,000%. Oh, people are going to get wrecked on this. I mean, would you? How does it work then? So what, you just click on it? I mean... So, is it just meme coins? What? Okay, yeah, maybe I should click on how it works. How it works. Market caps on any topic, meme, idea, or moment gaining attention. Take a position on what's trending or start a new market. Okay. Add any related link directly to a market. Markets and pairs move and trade together. More pairs, more attention, more upside. Build and hold positions across markets and pairs. Track P&L in real time. Cash out anytime. So meme coins. They've launched a meme coin market and called it attention market. Is that what we're saying here? Is that what this is? Guess so. So we've got another launch pad, people. And the new emblem. It's nice. I like the emblem. Congrats to the marketing team. 3 an hour up. But the highest market cap is attention markets. Is so what? Do you group all of these together? So if I was to buy like attention markets as a token, it's like everything grouped together. It's on Solana as well, so I need Sol. See? Nah. We'll keep an eye on that. See how far or how high attention market. How much did it go to? So at what time? That was like literally an hour ago. And it's done. Okay. Congratulations to the Zora team. Keep on shipping. I don't get why I don't get notified of these things. Trade what's trending. Just tell your mum you're an attention economist now. It's just not. Zora Twitch. What is this? Okay. Yeah. Okay. You see, that had nothing to do with the Zora token either. If you're a holder, you're like, yay. Send this to your least favorite group chat. Zora great for what looks like a pivot and rebrand. You're now an attention prediction market on Solana. Opinions? I'm not really a fan of this guy, to be fair. LMAO, a pivot to Solana as soon as base stop breastfeeding them. Oh, see? It's all fair in love and war, isn't it? How can you say something like that? That's so mean. That's so mean, bro. You can't say stuff like that. Come on. It reminds me of like oh, what's that project called? They sold Hustlers. Oh, it's like it was supposed to be a game, and they just kept on pivoting to different like networks to get funding, and then eventually they ran out of funding because they couldn't build the fucking game. I can't remember what it's called, but it was terrible. It was terrible. LMAO pivot to Solana as soon as base stopped breastfeeding them. I wanted to make a joke here, but in reality, it's all quiet to predict. LOL. 600 million valuation raise. Base wreck so JC could prove a thesis. No tweets from the team. Now some random pivot. Apex /Iva caught this on chain while back already legend. Yoda, they are not gambling, they are predicting. So yeah, I mean, yeah, no love for the Zora team. And I'm streaming on Zora right now. Like, you know, I still believe like maybe potentially streaming on Zora might be beneficial, like in some respects. But they've even switched off the bots that used to show up on stream and say hi to me. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like, yeah, they're gone. They're gone. So it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, I guess I'll be back tomorrow, guys, with another stream. I hope everyone enjoyed my waffle. Watch it back. I don't know. You probably won't. Like, it tends to be like whenever I show my face, I don't get any viewers. But it's fine. It's all good. I take the offense. I need a shave. I need a haircut. It's all good. Past the neck mode. I mean, I could just sit here and just talk shit, to be honest, like all day. I track relationship. My relationships for 6 years, new friends are negative ROA. Here's the math. Wow. Wow. What's this? Yeah, see, so someone agrees with me. I got 1 like, so I drop a token and click cashback. And wash trade and another address, I get the fees. Yeah, they just care about the fees. Like, how much money do you fucking need? Like, what are they trying to build? I'm telling you, they're going to build their own chain. Like, Pump Fun Chain. It's going to be Pump Chain. Chain Pump. Fun Chain. I don't know, but like it's not gonna work, innit? Like that'll be the final nail in the coffin for Pump Fun. If they can't get memes, they're made, you know, money maker to, you know, proliferate throughout and gain new users and new liquidity. Like it's over, innit? So what they'll do is they'll be like, we're gonna drop a chain. Oh yeah, after they drop the chain, they'll be like, oh, there's gonna be a governance token. It's gonna be a Pump Fun token. That's where they extract the rest. So like they have to be seen to be building something. You know, they have to be seen to be building something. Oh my god. Let's see. Oh, Jesse's tweeting now 10 minutes ago. 1,000 galloping horses. Okay. Oh, he's still trying to get out of prison, isn't it? Then why did you tell him withdrawals? Yeah, it's just It's just. I'm looking forward to the show now. PTSD. Is it live? Episode 1 premiered ETH Dev on 19th February. I think it's going to be a good one. See how it goes. Anyway. Anyway, yeah. All right, yeah. I'm just like going on now. Okay, guys. I appreciate you tuning in, and I shall see you tomorrow because it's gonna happen again. Okay. And I'll come with more news, like maybe more in-depth stuff. It's just like my first stream. I just need to settle in again. Okay. So yeah, give me a chance if you did tune in for even a second. All right. I'm gonna play out the intro because I actually do like that. By the way, my intro is completely AI made via Grok. I edited myself with the music and everything. Put some respect on my name, okay?